여러분 안녕하십니까? 우리 비행기는 곧 김해공항에 도착할 예정입니다. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We soon be arrived at Gimhae Airport. Thank you.
Peter Pan, that's what they call me. I promise that you'll never be lonely. Peter Pan, that's what they call me.
Hello, this is David Kim,
And this is Layla.
the tour guide today. The travel is one of our important healing means. However, I am sure that everyone is unable to travel now because of this COVID-19. And now many people are frustrated. I hope this video clip will help you relieve your frustration.
So today we will show you the Gamcheon Culture Village called Machu Picchu in Busan. Let's go!
Let's go! Okay, so here's the entrance of the village, and then now we're gonna go in through this gate.
Please understand we have to keep the mask on because of the COVID-19.
Also, here's the information center. You can buy the map of the village. It only takes like 2,000 won. After you passing through the information center, you can approach into the toilet here. And then also there is the huge map. So if you didn't buy the map from the information center, you can check out the route of the village from here.
Our current location is 하늘마루. It means the highest place in this village. And also when you get here, you can see this whole beautiful view as well. So, David, can you explain about this village for us?
Yes, sure. Gamcheon Culture Village was created by refugees during the Korean War. On June 25, 1950 at 4 a.m., the sounds of a sudden cannon fire broke the silence of the quiet early morning. And it was the beginning of the Korean War. At the time, North Korea had attacked divided line with the support of China and the Soviet Union, which was an obviously illegal war without a declaration. What we should note here is that June 25, 1950 was a Sunday.
So, why Sunday?
That is good questions.
According to the testimony of a man who served in the military at the time, the military system of South Korea was imitating the United States. Also, the Korean military facilities was so undeveloped at the time, so there was not enough room to accommodate many of the soldiers. So Saturday morning, everyone was out of the camp and came on Sunday afternoon, except for the minimum numbers of people. In other words, most of the South Korean soldiers were sleeping at their own home when the North Korean troops breaking the divided line around 4 a.m. The careless South Korean camp quickly fell to Han River Line in Seoul by North Korean soldiers, and finally, the US and the United Nations decided to start sending troops to Korea. But it was too late because Seoul, the capital city of South Korea, was fallen by North Korean troops just in 3 days. And on the 20th of July, Daejeon area also fell down. And unfortunately, at the end of July, South Korea has been pushed all the way down to the Nakdong River, the last line of defense. And that year, many refugees who couldn't understand the North Korean communist regime walked over the Nakdong River and flocked to Busan and Gyeongnam province, which was more than 3 million people were moved.
Oh, only officially identified numbers. But the problem is that Busan has already exceeded the number of people it can accommodate. The refugees who arrived in Busan had no place to live unless they had relatives in Busan. Of course, wasn't even enough land to build new houses as well. So they had no choice but to build a village in the middle of the mountain. And this has become one of the characteristics of Busan, where many villages on top of the mountain. If you look at the alleys in the village, you can imagine how many people lived in this village at the time, because the houses are densely packed together.
However, there were 21,231 people living as of 1995, but as of 2016, there were only 8,077 people, a decrease of minus 62% over 21 years. Many of the remaining population are elderly people, including the elderly living alone, and 27% of those aged 65 or even older than that have entered the super-aged society. In 2012, Busan City carried out the Gamcheon Culture Village project, and the village was completely changed by many volunteers.
So in 2019, it has grown into a famous tourist destination with more than 3 million visitors per year, and more than 60% of them is foreign tourists. Now, don't you wanna going to see the most famous statue in the town?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Let's go.
Let's go.